Hello everyone, my name is Inga. I'm a master's student in Vilnius University Business School. I study Sustainable Corporate Finance and Investments program, and today we have a guest, Robertas Vyšniauskas, a professor in this program who will give his insights and answer to my questions. Hello, Robertas. It's a pleasure to meet you after your course. I would like to take this opportunity and compliment you regarding it. It was a very friendly environment, yet very debate-filled. And you were probably one of the professors that played with us football and invited a guest who really shared his experience in listed companies. So it was very interesting, and during this Sustainable Corporate Finance and Investments program, it was one of the favorite course. And as a professor, you have a very broad career path, and you have top big companies in your career. So what was the reason to start and think about being a professor and join this Vilnius University Business School team? Could you say why and, of course, how it's going on, and what is your experience in here?
Thank you, Inga. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you for your generous feedback. I do appreciate that. So regarding why I'm here, it was like it's a privilege. I have a privilege in my life to represent one of the biggest groups in Baltic states regarding private business like Vilnius Prekyba, or state-owned companies like EPSO, GKN, and other companies. So basically I gathered extensive experience, and at some point that privilege becomes like an obligation, you know. You have to share. So I think my ideas that I have to share, and the best probably environment is like Vilnius University is top rated here in this region, like university, and basically speaking like business school is very good platform to be and to share. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, and are you enjoying that?
Of course, all time, because you know, my lectures are more or less like we're having like material, of course, but having like quite good interface with each other. So having lots of insights, lots of sharings, lots of discussions. So by that, I'm sharing my knowledge and obtaining the knowledge. So we have like secure field where we could share our insights and everything.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I could confirm that. As I have started studying master's degree after 10 years after finishing my bachelor's degree, so I could say that conscious choice made to study here was very right, and I really enjoyed it. And what I could probably say that regarding the whole study process, it was very satisfying, although it was a lot of things that I could repeat in my career that I'm doing right now as a finance team leader, but it was a lot of new things. So I should highlight that from your course I learned a lot new things from mergers and acquisitions, and of course financial things regarding ratios and its interpretation. So what could you highlight regarding the things that students could learn from this course, and of course use it, not only learn, but use it in their working environment?
Mm-hmm. So I believe the first thing is engagement. So the students should be involved, and as much as they are involved, we could gather and collect the information and everything actually. So this is the priority number one. Afterwards, of course, I have like structure. And my three pillars, the main pillars, like financial strategy and business development, and how it connects with each other, quite significant role to understand how the business is growing, how to establish like strategy, and how to get finance. One thing, another thing regarding financial ratios and understanding what's the status of the financial of the company itself, and how to determine the value. So another pillar, and third pillar, mergers acquisition of my practical sides, you know, from how to understand how to be and how to follow, you know, how to do those things. It's very good thing, you know, for a student to understand how it works, because in future it might, you know, have significant effect on passing decision.
So regarding your corporate financial strategy course itself, as I mentioned, it was very interesting, but of course the theory is one, but the practical things are the other. What could be the main highlights in your course that you could say that it's really the thing that the students are working on? Maybe what I could say, working together in groups, and mixed groups are very important to present, to analyze real numbers, real companies, real cases, and of course a lot of insights from your career that you gave to us were very unique and maybe sometimes even first time heard things. What could you say about this hands-on learning? What are the main topics in here?
I believe that, group discussions, group work, group presentations is essential thing, but still having like business cases and trying to discuss from every angle. I'm trying to involve each student in the class to show their insights. So mainly speaking that they are all participating. Who's engaged, all participating. That means that we're gathering information and learning how to use it. And finally, of course, in the group stage, you present, you have like presentation, but this is like the core thing. That means that you are a team, you have a topic, you have different topics, your insights, and you put it in one place and show it and represent, and actually you get the questions straightforward, not from me, but from the audience, actually from your colleagues, mainly speaking. So that's how we make it very practically hands-on.
Yeah, and that's true that you probably learn not only from the professor, but from your peers. This is also very important because people are taking different perspectives, different companies, different situations, and you're not getting this from just one angle, from, taking the notes from the professor and gathering everything, but also from your peers. They took time to gather information, to do the presentation. So you have a discussion with them and analyze every little thing and every little company that you have in a real world. So
of course, because this is quite essential thing, because critical way of thinking is essential, because you can gather information, but what you do with information is the essence and the value actually.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, by doing that group stage work and discussions, we all try to have assumption, have argumentation, and you have like, this is the truth, for instance.
Yeah, because interpretations probably are
the
most important.
The most important, because that's how the world works.
Yeah, that's true. One more thing, probably to say that it's the course itself, the program itself, the name of it is Sustainable Corporate Finance and Investments. How would you say why sustainability is so important nowadays, and is it something that student could take from this program itself? I'm talking about sustainability, because new trends in finance world, of course, it's digitalization, sustainability. I'm also passionate about it because I work as well with a lot of digital projects, with the softwares. So what would be the main highlights taken from this program from sustainability
perspective?
Yeah,
sustainability is a core thing, because in our world it means like a long-term strategy, how to make that happen and how to implement that. So one thing is regarding the company itself, understanding the big corporations, how it works. So means that they are having long-term strategies and obligations, not only to the shareholders, but to society itself. So that means about sustainability, making business sustainable, one thing. Another thing, sustainable finances. So those two core things is quite essential one. Why? Because otherwise those companies will lack their financial instruments to get finance their business development or whatever, So one thing, another thing regarding sustainability itself, it's like in 1980s, it was like international accounting standards was established. So at this moment, reporting to sustainability is the same switch, the same essential switch on accounting and understanding of financial background. This is the second thing. So meaning that sustainability is a core thing. So whether you are CFO, whether CEO, you have to understand how it works, because otherwise you're gonna be a lack of financial instruments to get finance for your needs. One thing, another thing, how to report that. So from course perspective, it's quite essential to show that how to have to coexist, how to have to understanding on financial and sustainability, because it's not split, you know, it goes in the same route, you know, in the same way actually.
That's true. And of course, students are very diverse, and I could say that from my peers, I can say that one of them are already working, another just finished their bachelor's degree. Some of them are students from abroad, so it's very diverse, it's very unique experience. And what could you say regarding to whom you might recommend this study program? Is it just for those who just finished, or those who are already working? Do you have to have an experience, or like what could be the typical student in the study program, and how would you see that?
Probably the typical student should be like more or less related to finances. That background should be, you know, because general understanding should be on the topics we're covering. One thing, but another thing, we have to, you know, to say that this is not only for CFOs created program. Actually, all CEOs, investment managers should be involved, because, you know, it's about broadening your understanding, broadening, you know, not only knowledge, because knowledge, you know, you can gather from many sources, but how to use it, how to collect, how to have like reasonable decisions. So probably it's about, our course is about like that, you know, many practical cases, many practical tips. So I believe that for everyone, it would be very useful. CEO entrepreneurs, definitely 100%. But most efficiently would work for those who have like slight financial.
Yeah. Of course, the study program itself is very broad, and not only financial things. There is a lot of topics that about the governance, which is really important, and ESG topic is also about it. So I could say that because I have peers that are not coming from financial background, but they are still very interested into that. So it could be again a very first step to the finance world, understanding how you are feeling it, how you're engaging into it. So I could say that probably to those who are working already, it's very interesting, because you are feeling everything what professors are saying, because you know that from your experience. Although if you are not, you can say that, okay, I'm very interested into that, and I could start my path to the finance world. So yeah, it's like that. And networking. Networking is the key word that I've heard probably from all of the professors, that you have to do it. It's very important. You have to engage into that, and studying itself is not only just getting knowledge. It's about everything what you're building in university, the relationship with the professors, with peers, everything. And one important thing that was one of my courses, that professor asked us to gather all the contacts in the LinkedIn with our peers to just know each other, because we're still working in the similar environment and similar areas. So how would you highlight this topic of the networking? Is it really that important? And should the student be prepared for that? How? And maybe about the networking in the Vilnius University Business School, how here is this topic relevant?
I believe it's, starting from the beginning, a very good topic. You know, you have to be conscious. You're conscious by passing this issue. Why are you here? Why are you trying to be here? Why are you studying that topic? So one thing, so meaning that you either relevant in the field, or either you want to something to get in, changed in a better situation. So one thing. Another thing, from that perspective, how you do you do it individually, it's one way. You do it with your colleagues, it's another way. So it's more simple, it's more value added. So from that perspective, you have to do, because it's quite simple. You know, you can contact, you can get information, you can get experience, and that's how it works. All universities provide. So the main thing that university provides, like the platform, then you can have everything in one place. So students, lectures, professors, everything in one place. So you should get maximum what you can get. So connections are the essential thing, because those connections will lead through all your career or through all your life, actually.
Yeah, and of course, taking into consideration that here are so much opportunities to meet those professors, who are very, very important in their field. Like we have CEOs, we have CFOs, we have board members. it's like a unique experience to meet those persons, to know them, to you know, to have a connection with them. So it's I believe it's one of the most important things. And even if you say that your lack of time, participate in everything what university gives to you, because it's so unique and this time passes very quickly. So you have to take opportunities again to enjoy it, first of all,
Of course.
and to take everything what you can get.
Very, very good approach, you know, because here we're not local ones, we're like international ones. So that means that we have like international students, we have like international professors, we have like international big corporations in place. So by contacting, by dealing, you establish that relationship. By establishing relationship, you can make things happen. So this is a essential thing. So you have to explore the opportunities. Of course, you have to enjoy. It shouldn't be like a work.
Also, one of the things that probably students before starting to study in a master's degree are thinking, even if they're working, they have families, they have a lot of things to do in life, how would I manage this? I was thinking about it also, how I should manage my work schedule, my everything, exams, studies, and so on and so forth, because there's plenty things we all have to do. But I could say from my experience that it was very easy to manage. The year passed like, you know, in a second. It was very, very quick. I'm already starting to thinking about final master thesis. So how would you say, is it easy to handle from your perspective? How is the maybe timeline scheduled here? What's the opportunities to manage everything in life and even start a master's degree?
I believe for students, it's like, you know, it's a very good place to study, because you do that in the evenings or either on the weekend, and that's how several days, two weeks, and the program is over. So that means that you can have daily job for sure.
Yeah.
You have daily activities, and then you go to study. So you are full integrated into society, and still you are sharing and gathering information and knowledge. So probably it's the main thing. You know, it's easily, even for me, from my perspective, I'm quite, you know, have many activities, many roles and responsibilities. I thought that it would be rather difficult, but from my perspective, it's easy too, you know, because on evenings after day job, you know, it's quite easy to come and to share and to have, I believe, valuable and sometimes funny time, you know, like playing football.
Yeah, that's true. And regarding the time, I believe professors have the timeline for them is so busy, and the schedule for them is so hectic that the student could easily do that if the professors could. So the student also. Regarding the courses, it's very concentrated. It's, as you mentioned, it's 2 weeks and you're finishing that. So you not have to juggle through all of the courses at one time. You just studying one, finishing, then starting the other one and finishing. So it's very concentrated, and I would say that easy to manage and easy to so everybody could do that and enjoy the studies itself. So thank you very much for a talk. It was a pleasure to gather all the answers and a lot of new information for me. It's always a pleasure to have a chat with the professor that's really gave his insights in the course. And thank you a lot. I appreciate that.
Thank you. It was my pleasure too.
Thank you everyone for watching this.